Pharaoh has a dream. No one can interpret the dream. There's these 7 calves who get really eat and they get really heavy, and then there's these 7 other calves who are really skinny and scrawny, but they eat the really fat calves, the fat cows. And at this moment, the cupbearer says, oh yeah, there's a guy in prison 2 years ago who interpreted my dream. He can probably interpret your dream. So Pharaoh said, well, bring him to me. And he comes to Pharaoh and he tells Pharaoh what the dream means. He says, you're going to have 7 years of plenty, lots and lots of food. And then you're going to have 7 years of severe famine. And what's going to happen is that severe famine is going to last so long, it will deplete every resource you have. And it'll be a terrible time. So what you need to do is find a wise person to actually take the food you have during the 7 years of plenty, save it, so you'll have plenty of food in the 7 years that are famine. So find a wise person to do that. And in Genesis 41, 37, 39 says, this proposal pleased Pharaoh and all his servants. And Pharaoh said to his servants, can we find a man like this in whom is the Spirit of God? Then Pharaoh said to Joseph, since God has shown you all these things, there is none so discerning and wise as you. And Joseph ends up being second in command of all of Egypt. Only the Pharaoh has more power than him. He goes from his father's house into a pit, into slavery, into Potiphar's house, into prison, into running Egypt, and saving much of the world through the vision that God gave him.